For the main event. Can you give me a little more volume on this mic, please? Okay. So, upstairs in the Ritzy, how's everybody feeling on this beautiful January night? Yeah, hey, thank you all for coming early, and give a warm welcome to our special guest, Grantley G.T. Haynes.
That's a nice welcome, Daddy.
Welcome, Grantley.
Welcome. Thank you, Dave.
Well, so we're here to launch this fascinating book that you've written called The British Reggae Music Industry, A Windrush Legacy, My Story. Grantley, what can you tell us about this book? How long did it take you to write it, and why did you want to write it in the first place?
Right, well, I got two sons, and one of them is a singer, and he said, I'm only going to do it for you, Dad. And I said, okay, cool, man. I'll tell you what, I'll write something down for you. Now, looking back, I thought, writing something down. I started to write, and it's a good job that when I left the music business after 15 years, I went to university and I studied, and I did 3 degrees, and I could write, you know what I mean? I could actually say, I can actually put sentences together. So I did it like that, and it came to 30,000 words.
I know him as a sound system man, as a selector, as a promoter. And then, as you explain in the book, you're also a man, you had a vision for the betterment of your fellow people, of the nation as a whole. So you went into, when you took a break from the music industry, you developed a drug treatment program that was adopted nationally. So I think we could say you're a man with many feathers in your cap. But
I'd say that.
Yeah, but you just mentioned a little while ago that you started from very humble beginnings. And you mentioned in the book that your parents came across from Barbados, settled in Birmingham, and you make it sound like you grew up with kind of next to nothing, you and your siblings there. Maybe.
And I used to come down to London to buy dub plates with Vincent, or Crooks they used to call him, and we used to stay on Blacker Dread's floor. We used to, buy dubs and from Festus and stuff like that. And those guys really kind of embraced us and took us under their wing. So that I didn't know that was going to come in useful in years to come when I became a manager. So I was in the sound system business, and we won the youth cup in Birmingham, and we won it from a really good sound called Jamassic and Radix. They played down. So I remember, now this is crunch time. So Pato gave the mic to me, and everybody said, let Peter sing, let Peter sing. So I was playing Roots Natty, the B-side of Johnny Clark's Roots Natty, and I put the B-side on, and Peter sang. Whoa, blew me away. So I said, I'm going to do something with you one day. That led to me going to Peter's mom and dad's house and saying, I want to sign your son.
That's everything that's in this book, and thank you for being with us here tonight.
journey that you was marshalling tonight?
Yeah, I've thought it was a beautiful night. I mean, Grantley Haynes, this book that he wrote, there's a lot of really fascinating, pertinent, and moving content because he's writing from his own experience.
Yeah.
And, you know, Grantley started with nothing, and he made something of himself.
My story, and we got the man of the moment. We've got Mr. Grantley Haynes right here, man. What a fantastic evening we've had tonight. And
yeah, I didn't expect it to be like this. Seriously, I did not expect it to be like this. I thought that it would be really low key. I thought there'd be a few people here, and I thought that we'd be able to have a nice, intimate conversation. But boy, I found myself in tears at times.
yeah, you did seem quite emotional. Was it writing the book quite emotional?
Very, very, because, you know, at times I didn't say it upstairs, but, you know, I nearly lost my career because of making certain decisions, but they turned out to be the right decisions because I think I'm somebody that does never give up. I do not give up. So whatever I aim to do, it comes from here and here at the same time, and I do it with the intention. So when Asha Senator said to me, why did I not manage Smiley Culture and Asha Senator? It was really because I had too much on my hands. And if you've got too much on your hands, that can be a failing, you know what I mean? But the thing about Smiley and Asha and I, we were so tight that they could always ask me for advice. They could always get information, right? And sometimes payment in kind is better than pound notes.
One of the things I was trying to figure out in terms of the book was like, what kind of period was it over? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? I mean,
Wow,
what?
Yeah, man, that's a really good question. That's over 40 years there, you know what I mean? And if I include my younger years where I used to play my dad's gram when he went out, you know what I mean, and sleek and play the blue spot gram, boy, you're talking about nearly 50 odd years. So sneaking out of the house and going to dances, going to London to see Festus and Black Dread when I'm 15 years old.
From a professional point of view,
Yeah.
what things did you get from that journey?
From that journey, I learned how to manage people. I learned that everybody is different. Everybody feels pain. Everybody feels hurt. Everybody gets depressed. Everybody wants to cry. Everybody feels love for something or somebody. What we need to do is connect with that individual. And sooner or later, if we're true, if we're empathic, if we're congruent, if we're understanding, they will accept it. But one thing, nobody will trust you once they learn that you're not fair and you're not honest.
I hear that. So, is this the beginning, the end, or the start of your journey?
That is the start of my authorship.
Okay.
Yeah? That is the start.
And the ringing of your phone.
Yeah? Well, let me... That is the start of me as an author. I've written another book, which is probably going to be out around May.
Okay.
Right? That's called Crack Cocaine, Treatment and Me. So when I left the music industry and I said I took a break, I came out to do that.
Okay. So the last question I'd like to ask you, is there a film, a play, a movie in this book?
You know what, I've already had that question. And the greatest thing is there's a lot of good people.
Well, look,
Michael Garrison, thank you very much.
it's a pleasure knowing you and working with you. I'm also impressed the history and our journey, the whole of our journey, because it represents our community. Grantley, thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
this
Michael.
evening and so.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.